साउथहैम्पटन यूनिवर्सिटी दिल्ली और मैग्रा हिल इंडिया ने इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन फॉर सिविल सर्विसेज एंड स्टेट सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशंस बुक के द्वितीय संस्करण का लोकार्पण किया। यह पुस्तक वैश्विक विषयों की गहन समझ विकसित करने और सिविल सेवा परीक्षाओं के अंतर्राष्ट्रीय संबंधों के खंड में सफलता प्राप्त करने के उद्देश्य से तैयार की गई एक व्यापक गाइड है। इस अवसर पर हरियाणा के राज्यपाल प्रोफेसर असीम कुमार घोष ने पुस्तक का अनावरण किया। कार्यक्रम में पुस्तक के लेखक अशोक कुमार आईपीएस सेवानिवृत्त पूर्व पुलिस महानिदेशक उत्तराखंड एवं कुलपति हरियाणा खेल विश्वविद्यालय तथा डॉक्टर राजेश मोहन आईपीएस पुलिस उपायुक्त गुरुग्राम भी उपस्थित रहे। कार्यक्रम में डम्मू रवि आईएसएफ सचिव आर्थिक संबंध विदेश मंत्रालय भारत सरकार विशिष्ट अतिथि के रूप में उपस्थित रहे। इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन सिविल सेवा अभ्यर्थियों के लिए एक मूल्यवान संसाधन है। साउथहैम्पटन विश्वविद्यालय दिल्ली ऐसे ही भावी नेताओं को वैश्विक दृष्टिकोण, कौशल और एकेडमिक आधार प्रदान करने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभा रहा है।
Dear friends, good afternoon. It is both an honor and a privilege to be here this afternoon on behalf of McGraw-Hill, an organization that has been synonymous with learning and academic excellence for over a century. At McGraw-Hill, our vision has always been to unlock potential of every learner. We firmly believe that books are not merely source of information. They are instruments of transformation.
Deputy Commissioner of Police, Gurugram, to share his reflections on the book and its relevance in the field of international management and civil services preparation.
Dr. is an IPS officer of the 2021 batch who began his journey as a medical professional, earning his MBBS from Government Medical College, Chandigarh, and he's served as a medical officer in central government services.
Dr. Rajesh Mohan, IPS.
Professor Asim Kumar Ghosh, Honorable Lady Governor Srimati Mitra Ghosh, Shri Dr. My co-author and mentor Shri Ashok Kumar, IPS, Shri Manoj Yadav, Director HIPAA, distinguished guests, faculty members, students and friends. Good afternoon. It is a profound privilege to stand before this distinguished gathering for the launch of second edition of our book, International Relations, published by McGraw-Hill. I express my deepest gratitude to the Honorable Governor for gracing this occasion and lending this invaluable encouragement to academic and intellectual pursuits such as this. When Ashok sir and I embarked on first edition of the book, our goal was to bridge academic theory and the practical application of global governance. Today, that task feels less like mapping a fixed territory and more like charting a volatile ocean. The world we are writing about is fundamentally and permanently dynamic. We live in an era where global affairs are defined by accelerating geopolitical flux, technological disruption, and radical interdependence. The study of international relations is no longer a slow-moving discipline focused solely on treaties and formal statecraft. It is a real-time, high-stakes game where boundaries between domestic politics and global consequence are dissolved. To illustrate this new reality, consider the speed of impact today. An entire international understanding can be destabilized not by a formal summit, but by a brief digital declaration by President Trump. A single Truth Social post by President Donald Trump can, within minutes, send shockwaves through allied defense ministries, collapse emerging trade negotiations, and force heads of states across the continents to convene emergency meetings. That is the immediacy of modern geopolitics. It is instant, personalized, and profoundly unpredictable. The second edition of our book is born from that necessity to keep pace with this relentless speed of change. It offers a comprehensive, up-to-the-minute analysis, meticulously incorporating contemporary developments, including India's rapidly evolving foreign policy priorities in an increasingly multipolar Asia, global economic realignments, and the restructuring of critical supply chains, the essential rise of climate diplomacy as a core national security interest, and the overwhelming influence of digital technology and new security paradigms.
With a huge round of applause.
Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Professor Asim Kumar Ghosh, Honorable Governor of Haryana, Sri Damodar Ravi, Former Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, and a batchmate and a friend of mine, Sri Manoj Yadav and Sri Subrat Bhattacharya, both IPS and IFS retired, both my batchmates. Professor Alois Phillips, University of Southampton. My co-author and colleague, Dr. Rajesh Mohan, Sri Tanveer Ahmed, other distinguished guests, members of the media, faculty, and dear students. A very good afternoon to all of you. It's truly a privilege to stand before you today at the release of the second edition of our book on international relations. When we began working on this book, our goal was simple yet ambitious, to make the study of international affairs more structured, accessible, and India-centric, particularly for students preparing for civil services. Indeed, the field of international relations is both vast and dynamic, as Rajesh also told. It changes every day with global events, diplomatic realignments, trade negotiations, and conflicts. Keeping pace with this continuous transformation can feel like chasing a moving target. International relations is a dynamic and ever-evolving field where alliances and rivalries frequently shift. India's foreign policy has seen many phases. It has come a long way. From the days of idealism of Panchasheel to the era of non-alignment, from navigating a unipolar world to adapting to a multipolar world. Our approach has continuously evolved with changing global realities. Today, we find ourselves in the phase of strategic autonomy. And let me tell you, it's very delicate balance to maintain. It's very easy to say that India follows the path of strategic autonomy nowadays, but maintaining strategic autonomy is not easy. My foreign service batchmates know it.
the gathering and share his invaluable insights on India's global.
Respected Honorable Governor of Haryana, Professor Ashim Kumar Ghosh, respected Honorable Lady Governor Srimati Mitra Ghosh, my very dear friend and batchmate Ashok Kumar, and the co-author Rajesh Mohan, and my another very dear batchmate. I was myself surprised that how recent time, I think in September this year, it has got that update and even improvised a lot of information that is useful, not just for the civil servants, aspirants, but also for practitioners of the policy, common man, and the citizen. Because, as someone said, it's so important to understand the international politics and international relations for you to be also be an intelligence citizen, because these are influencing. What is happening domestically also has an impact externally. What happens externally also has an impact on the domestic trend. So this is the influences two-way that we need to recognize. There are about 5 chapters, and every chapter is very well curated, articulated, and put with. From the time that we took the civil services in 1999, all of us around that time till now, it's about more than 3 decades that time has passed. But I must say, the world has changed. The world in flux, I must say. Significant changes. And those significant changes on the international scale, one need to understand to see why in the foreign policy and in the foreign service, some of us take the decisions the way we take decisions. Quite perplexing sometimes. And why India takes a position on international scale and level, and in conferences and institutions, certain positions. And that might be confusing. Let me unravel the complexity of the geopolitics and the evolution of the world into geoeconomics and the intertwining of this, how it is influencing the world around us. Today, the world has become very complex. The globalized world, we are more interdependent. There's no
Dynamic stewardship, Haryana has witnessed transformative strides through landmark initiatives such as Digital Haryana, Green Haryana, and higher education excellence, each of them reflecting his steadfast belief in the power of innovation, education, and sustainability.
Privileged to hear from a leader whose life and work truly personifies wisdom, humility, and vision. May I request everyone to join me in offering a heartfelt and resounding round of applause as we invite His Excellency Professor Ashim Kumar Ghosh, Honorable Governor of Haryana, to deliver the Chief Guest address.
Sri Damodar Rabi, IPS retired, former Secretary, ABA, Government of India. Esteemed authors, Sri Ashok Kumar, IPS retired, former DGP, Uttarakhand and Vice Chancellor, Sports University of Haryana, and Dr. Rajesh Kumar Mohan, IPS DCP, Gurugram. Professor Phillips, Dr. Bishop Talwar, Sri Manoj Yadav, IPS retired. Dear students, friends, professors, research scholars, and distinguished dignitaries. It is a great privilege to be among you this afternoon for the launch of a book that embodies deep scholarship and national relevance. This gathering today is a celebration of knowledge, dedication, and of the enduring spirit of public service. At the outset, I convey my warm congratulations to the authors for creating a thoughtful and timely work titled International Relations for Civil Services and State Service Examinations. To the authors, Sri Ashok Kumar and Dr. Rajesh Kumar Mohan, I offer my heartfelt appreciation. The subject of international relations has never been more relevant than it is today. The 21st century has transformed how nations interact and helps us understand how nations think, collaborate, and compete. The study of international relations nurtures in us the ability to view issues from multiple perspectives, to see the global picture, and to find solutions that are inclusive and cooperative. For those preparing to serve in the civil or state services, the field of study holds particular importance. The modern civil service is no longer working within purely local framework. Decisions taken in a district or state are often shaped by global developments in policy, economics, and technology. An understanding of international relations helps administrators think critically and act strategically. It equips them to navigate complexity with clarity and to connect the local realities of governance with the wider forces of change in the world. This book, therefore, is not just a guide for examination preparations. It is a guide for developing a worldview.